episode 274.
Our teams get together, both Bill's and ours at AASA, trying to define what are the things that we can bring to AAPEX that will deliver on that promise that you will grow your business if you come here.
Everybody, on a daily basis, our buyers compete on a daily basis, our suppliers compete on a daily basis, but there's truly a sense of trying to elevate the industry, because if the industry succeeds, everybody succeeds.
Welcome, Aftermarketers, to Remarkable Results Radio. Listen to learn just one thing from today's episode on your journey to remarkable results. Hey, Aftermarketers from North America and around the world, welcome to episode 274, the first release from the many interviews done at AAPEX 2017. Carm Capriato here, and I had the privilege to sit with Bill Long and Bill Hanvey, the co-leaders of AAPEX. I got to hear about their passion for every attendee, and that AAPEX is a celebration of the power and strength of the aftermarket. I recommend you go to the show notes page at remarkableresults.biz/E274. There find extended bios on Bill Hanvey and Bill Long, the episode talking points, and some industry stats that you can use. I want to thank Federal Mogul Motor Parts and Garage Gurus for the support of the Remarkable Results Radio podcast. For serious technical training and support, online, on-site, and on demand, Garage Gurus is everything you need to know. Find out more at fmgaragegurus.com. And at AAPEX this year, I touched base with one of the Guru vans with Anthony Frohwein and Jonathan Ciccelli. It is important to thank the many people who bring AAPEX together each year. As Bill and Bill say, they have excellent teams working together between AutoCare and AASA. And I want to thank Bill Long and Bill Hanvey for carving out some time in their schedule to talk to me and provide you some great backstory on AAPEX. And special thanks go to Mark Bogdansky from AutoCare for his efforts to build the studio, and to Liz Goad from AASA for her support. Came back from AAPEX 2017 with a heck of a cold, so I apologize for the nasal sound, but it was an amazing and awesome experience. I found out how much my listeners value the website, and especially the Tag Cloud. It helps them dial into their special area of interest. And so many listeners of the show were showing me the Remarkable Results radio listening app on their smart device. Now, if you need to get a very powerful listening app for the Aftermarket's premier podcast, just go to remarkableresults.biz/app. And a special page just for AAPEX, remarkableresults.biz/AAPEX. And there you'll find podcasts, pictures, and videos that have an AAPEX connection. And please reach out socially. Find all my connections at remarkableresults.biz/social. I want to connect with you. Hey, did you know that AAPEX is co-owned by AutoCare and the Automotive Aftermarket Suppliers Association? That's AASA. They are the light vehicle aftermarket division of the Motor and Equipment Manufacturers Association. That's MEMA. This interview features the principals from each of those organizations. Now listen to Bill Hanvey, the president and CEO of AutoCare, and Bill Long, AAP, president and chief operating officer of Automotive Aftermarket Suppliers Association. These two organizations, along with their leaders and their teams, bring you AAPEX each year. I had the privilege to sit with Bill Long and Bill Hanvey to discuss AAPEX in ways that may give you a different look at the hard work it takes to pull together an expo and educational conference that's designed to help the personal growth of every member of our industry. And let me say that this interview was fun to do. Bill Hanvey and Bill Long were on their game, and you benefit with a look at AAPEX that not many ever get. We talk the AAPEX theme to help grow your business. Bill and Bill discuss AAPEX-EDU, the new mobility park, tech and telematics, and the fact that the auto care industry is a high-tech industry that employs over 4.6 million people. I'm happy that Bill Hanvey and Bill Long found some time in their very tight schedule to share their thoughts and perspectives on AAPEX 2017. Don't forget about the show notes page at remarkableresults.biz/E274. Extended bios, all the show notes, and you can even listen there too. Now, here we go with Bill Hanvey and Bill Long. There's some noise. There's a convention conference going on?
Kind of, right?
Carm Capriato here at the AAPEX 2017 studio here on Level 2, and I am honored to have Bill Hanvey and Bill Long, the co-chairmans of this great event, AAPEX 2017. Bill Hanvey is the president and CEO of AutoCare. Say hi, Bill.
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
and Bill Long, AAP, President and Chief Operating Officer of the Automotive Aftermarket Suppliers Association, which the industry typically knows, Bill, as AASA.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing? I know you guys are on a tight time schedule. I just wonder, what does it take to put something like this on with 150,000 people coming to Las Vegas with all these suppliers? I mean, is it like months and months of preparation? And when do you go on 24 hours?
Well, the answer to that question is easy. What does it take? It takes a great staff. And Bill's got one at the Auto Care Association, and so do we at AASA. And we go on 24 hours, 360.
Right.
We've dug deep on this for quite some time, and both our groups have been working tirelessly. But it seems like we've been here a month, right, Bill?
Oh, absolutely.
It's only day two.
It's a marathon.
Would you say that AAPEX is in a renaissance by any chance? I mean, because there's so much going on, what you guys are doing, and I want you to talk about the new stuff.
Well, it is a renaissance, and what we try to do is continually reinvent the show. And back to your further question, the planning starts the minute we get back from the previous show. So
that's right.
What have we done right? What can we improve upon? And obviously, technology is the primary focus of our industry. And how can we ensure that we are bringing the latest technology, not just vehicle technology, but technology to help our exhibiting members and our buyers be more efficient in their businesses as well.
And the mobility park, I want you to talk to me about that. So the staffs from two organizations work like so well together. Is there just one person, or is it a co-leadership below you?
No, it's a team of people, both from the Auto Care Association and from AASA. We each have respective show committees that we work with in conjunction to make sure that we're hearing the voice of not only the exhibitors but the buyers as well. So it's not just our teams, it's our membership respectively that really determines the size, the shape, the shape and the scope of the show.
And Carm, I just add to that, we've approached this, Bill and I, we both got kind of marketing backgrounds in our careers, and we started with, so what do we want to accomplish? What's the theme of AAPEX? And over the years, we've kind of established that at AAPEX, you will grow your business. So that's kind of where we've started. Our teams get together, both Bill's and ours at AASA, trying to define what are the things that we can bring to AAPEX that will deliver on that promise that you will grow your business if you come here.
So you want me to come here as a service professional, as a WD, as a jobber, as a supplier, as a manufacturer, and learn something.
The primary focus, was, buy and sell. Right. So what new products are available? If I'm a supplier, I'm showing new products. If I'm a retailer or a distributor, I'm looking for new products or suppliers, whatever the case may be. But our philosophy was that we have a very captive audience, and that our audience that is here also, let's send them away with a nugget or two in terms of keys for them to be able to run their businesses more effectively, which has grown into AAPEX EDU, Mobility Park, Tech Talks. So it has really grown exponentially in terms of a buy, sell. Now it's buy, sell, and educate.
Buy, sell, and educate. And I told friends of mine, I says, if you go and you want to talk to the senior executive of a company and tell them what you think of their company, their products, you're going to find them here. 89% of senior executives from corporate sales and marketing are here.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'd flip that. The reason they're here is they want to talk directly to repair professionals, people that throw the box away. They want to talk to channel partners about what they can do to improve their businesses, and that they want to know. So it's sincere. And the people that everybody here, Bill, I know you agree with me on this, that they're passionate about our industry.
And that's a remark that I made yesterday, is that there's no real other industry, Carm, that I can see where everybody, on a daily basis, our buyers compete on a daily basis, our suppliers compete on a daily basis, but there's truly a sense of trying to elevate the industry, because if the industry succeeds, everybody succeeds.
There's no competition here, it seems. Everybody's getting along. Everybody does get along. There's no secrets in our industry anyway.
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not.
Oh, confidentially.
Right,
I meant to say that confidentially.
Right.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm talking with Anthony Frohwein, a technical product specialist with Federal Mogul Motor Parts. Anthony, when you're in a shop, are you talking tech as well as product?
Whenever I do a physical training, there is product incorporated part of the whole training overall, but it's to maximize the time, whether it's diagnostics, whether it's inspection, whether it's installation. So that way they understand that, hey, by skipping that extra 20 seconds by putting on this set of brake pads and not replacing the hardware, hey, this might be the reason why that I'm getting comebacks. And usually, being a ex-shop owner, I understand that the first time you get paid, the second time's free.
And so are the techs really starving for this information?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of times you have, we live in an industry where I like to say they cut the roast in half and they don't understand why, but they do it just because they've always been doing that type of an industry. So, to break it through that, they've been doing something for 30 years and they see as they haven't been doing anything wrong, but it starts to open up their eyes to, hey, you know what? It wasn't necessarily wrong, but there is a better way.
So you're really talking to me about an aha moment.
Exactly.
And tell me, when you see that happening more and more from technicians that you're out with, how does it make you feel?
Oh, it's awesome. You really feel like you're giving back to the community overall. But ultimately, the way I tell them, I look at every single vehicle that I worked on prior to, or I had my customer, just like I'd put my family in that vehicle. I look at it as I'm keeping everybody else that much safer because the job's getting done correctly.
Federal Mogul Motor Parts' Garage Gurus is your go-to source for the vehicle training, technology, and answers you need to keep your next job on track. On site, online, or on demand, the Gurus are here to help keep your business and your career on the road to success. Visit fmgarageguru.com. So, something new this year that you guys worked on that's so exciting.
Mobility Park. So that allows our Bill, why don't you speak to that? You represent the supplier. I've got it. Whatever.
You got it.
Right. So
you're doing a great job.
Well, wait a minute. There's the first argument to put the show on.
That's right.
There.
Oh my God. Right. But really, Mobility Park is an opportunity for the supplier community to demonstrate the newest technology that they have. It's to give the shop owners a first-hand experience in terms of new diagnostic procedures, new diagnostic tools, demonstrating electric vehicles, which are becoming more and more prevalent on the roads today. The winner of the Women in Auto Care is a female shop owner from San Francisco, California, and she works on nothing but hybrid vehicles.
Carolyn Cocolette. I've interviewed Carolyn.
Yes.
And she is great. And I'm going to interview her again in the morning.
Fantastic.
As one of the winners.
With Mobility Park, not many people know that a lot of the new technologies that are on new vehicles, all the conversation about ADAS, automated driver assisted systems, and ACEs, automated connected electrified, are being developed by companies that are on the show floor here. But yet, we see other trade shows, including the Consumer Electronics Show, that has become maybe the candy store for these automotive technologies. But yet, that expertise resides here. So part of what we have been focusing on with the new things at AAPEX is how do we position AAPEX as the industry it is, a high-tech industry. We are no longer, I'll use the irreverent phrase, we're a metal basher industry. This aftermarket is clearly become high-tech.
Right, and not only is it high-tech too, Carm, but both Bill and I are really doing our best to promote our industry in Washington on Wall Street to let people know that we provide over 4.6 million jobs. We're a $381 billion industry. We're third in GDP behind healthcare and construction. We are a viable technological industry that really deserves more respect than what we're getting.
It sure does. When you tell people what you do, they don't have a clue that we're third in GDP.
That's right.
There's so many opportunities in our industry. You know, you could start at the technician and the service professional and the WD and the jobber, but think of the support and the marketing people in the manufacturers and in the supplier organizations. It's a vibrant industry. What are the suppliers telling you? I mean, the first blush here, it's the first day. What are the suppliers saying?
Two takeaways I've had, which have really excited me. You know, in the past, the AAPEX show, if you go back with its legacy, was started as an ability for suppliers to unveil their new products. And over time, I'd say that new products were introduced every day. So AAPEX may not have been the place where those new products have been unveiled. But this morning, there had to be a dozen press conferences on the show floor with suppliers that were unveiling brand new products to the marketplace for the first time. And what we hear from suppliers is, hey, we want to see more repair professionals at the show. We want more buyers. And the buyers and the repair professionals have said, hey, we want to see more new products introduced at AAPEX. So we've done that.
It's a launching pad.
Absolutely.
It's a launching pad. And thank you for what you're doing for ServiceEDU. I mean, I'm going to moderate a panel on Thursday at 5 o'clock, Emerging Technologies. How will the aftermarket prepare? And I hope to record that and get that out as a podcast. I happen to know the talking points from my guests that are going to be on it.
Sure.
I'm telling you, it's like a can't miss.
Right, and we both are going to be there.
Oh, thank you. Glenn.
And the registration for these EDU sessions are off the charts.
So what have you done in the marketing of AAPEX 2017 to gain that support from the service professional?
We hired a new marketing firm.
Whoops. Exactly. Yeah. But what we've done this year is actually have allowed different segments to determine the educational opportunities that are available at the show itself. Whereas in the past, it was pretty much controlled under one house. But now we said, okay, look at this community deserves a voice in terms of the education that they need. And as a result, we provided those educational units based upon need instead of saying, well, we think we can do this, this, and this. So it's a much more strategic effect in terms of doing it.
So where did you guys go to figure that out?
Right at home. We've got committees. We've got members that are part of the committee. And the other thing that has stimulated this interest has been the social media marketing that we have launched. So on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat.
I happen to have a stat. 95% higher engagement on Facebook and Facebook Live. So I've been interviewed by some of your social media people.
Yes.
Is this new, or is this something you just threw all out this year?
What we came to find out, so Bill and I did our general session this morning, the opening general session, and come to find out later that 250 people watched the opening session on Facebook Live.
Streamed it live.
Right.
And they watched the whole thing.
Right. So that's another thing for us to take into account next year to say, how do we make that general session more amenable and promote it a little bit more on Facebook as well. So we learn from year to year. It's grown exponentially in terms of the people following hashtag AAPEX 17 on Twitter and Facebook. So it's really done a great job.
Well, you've got one heck of a brilliant, bright, engaged staff. And has that been an evolution also?
Clearly.
Yeah.
I think our teams are engaged. They work well together, very collaborative. The relationships between both groups are very motivated, innovative, and quite frankly, Bill and I get to stay out of the way because they do a great job.
And we're not afraid to try new things, and and that's the interesting part of it. You've got to every now and then you have to push the limit in terms of what you're trying to accomplish. And just look at the exposure on some of these sponsorship opportunities now that weren't made available 5 years ago, and it gives the sponsors a tremendous amount of visibility throughout the hallway and throughout the show, and just a different way to think about not only using your booth as an opportunity to expand your brand, but also opportunities outside of the show floor itself.
So, can you each give us a separate anecdote, a behind-the-scenes story of what it takes to put something like this on that no one would have ever known or heard, and it would be an exclusive here on the podcast?
So Bill and I used to work together, and we come.
I was going to say that. Yes, I know.
Yeah, so we've known each other for a long time, and we think a lot alike in a lot of ways. And we begin to think about the industry, and with AAPEX, this is, and we use the term interchangeably. We both have this story down pat, but this is a celebration for us. We come here to AAPEX to celebrate what we've achieved in the transformation of the automotive aftermarket over the past 100 years. Our ability to try to reflect that, we tried to do it in the general session this morning. We try to reflect it in the show. And so we kind of approach it that way. But the behind the scenes answer is we start out with the food. So what's it going to cost? What are we going to put? How do we get started with the budget for launching this reception that we put on? And you may have heard over the years we do this shrimp index. The shrimp index is a way to define kind of how the industry, how the economy is doing. And we kind of chuckle about it because the shrimp index was the economy must be doing great because the shrimp index is $15 a shrimp here at AAPEX. So each year we've kind of plotted the cost of shrimp at AAPEX to the GDP growth in the economy.
You mean small, medium, jumbo, extra large type of thing?
If you went to our reception last night, the shrimp on the buffet, I've got a picture of it here on my phone that shows this boatload of shrimp, $15 a pop. It went pretty quick.
I think it went in 10 minutes.
So that's a behind-the-scenes thing that...
That's a great anecdote. I love that story. How about you, Bill?
Well, I'll give you, for anybody that has not been here on a Saturday or a Sunday, to watch the logistics that have to occur in order for 2,500 vendors getting their booth set, getting the carpet, getting their drayage delivery, making sure that everything's at their booth, doing the setup. It looks like absolute organized mayhem on Saturday and Sunday. And then when you come on the floor on a Tuesday morning, it's pristine, it's lit, it's beautiful, the products are displayed, the boxes are gone. So in order to really get an appreciation of the show, you've got to take a look behind the scenes on a Saturday or Sunday to see the madness on the loading dock, to see the madness on the show floor, and then it all comes together with collaboration between hundreds of different players, and they pull it off every single year.
Were you guys worried at all about the tragedy that happened a few weeks ago?
I would say concern, maybe more than worry.
Obviously, we take that very seriously, and we did add new security methods to the show this year.
It happened with me. I pulled all of my cases into the studio here, and the dog showed up.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and
good.
They did their job, and I realized that was. I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Bill and I, obviously, we have a concern for all the visitors here, a personal concern. And when we got the news of this, both our teams rallied. We were on the phone with FBI and security for our own AAPEX show, as well as with the hotel and convention center, and put in some new protocols, the ones you referred to. But there are others that are behind the scenes. You just pray that we don't have a reoccurrence of that anywhere in the world.
And you want to make it visible too, Carm. So you have additional bag checks, additional security, and we want our additional security to be seen. So that's an important aspect of it as well.
Well, guys, thank you for allowing me this 10 by 10 space. I so appreciate you guys being here and telling us some stuff that maybe the average Joe would not know. The average Joe.
Ask Joe.
Ask Joe.
See, I had to drop that. Okay.
That's right. Good man.
Bill Hanvey.
Well done.
Bill Long, thank you so much.
Oh, you're a
Thank
good
you,
man,
Carm.
Hey, thanks Bill Hanvey and Bill Long for your insights on AAPEX 2017, extended bios on my guests, some top industry statistics, and the talking points are available for you at remarkableresults.biz/E274. Now keep an ear out for more interviews recorded at AAPEX 2017. If you want to get the best listening app for Remarkable Results Radio, well, download my own app at your app store. Search for Remarkable Results Radio. Download and have all the episodes at your fingertips as soon as they're released. Hey, please share this with a friend. The more people find this educational resource, the better we all do in working hard toward building our own remarkable results. Hey, talk soon, and don't forget, listen hard.
Thanks for being on board to listen and learn from the premier Automotive Aftermarket podcast. Until next time,